2021. The township is in receipt of a resignation letter from Committeewoman effective last Thursday. We wish Committeewoman Holmes all the best in her future endeavors. Ms. Bork, please call the roll.
Committeewoman Erickson. Here. Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Delcourt.
Here.
Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira. And Attorney Willard.
Here. Please join me in a salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, the notice of this meeting was made by posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on February 9th, 2021. Members of the public may participate in this public meeting in person or via Zoom as posted.
Mayor, for the record, Administrator Ferreira.
You're an attorney now. Okay. You got a raise.
I gave her a promotion.
There you go. There is no minutes to approve at this time, so we will move on to reports from the community liaisons. We will start with Committeewoman Erickson.
Thank you, Mayor, and welcome everybody this evening. The building department has asked that residents be mindful when scheduling outdoor inspections during the winter months, that the inspection site be cleared of snow. If the inspection site is covered in snow, it is unsafe and the inspectors are not able to perform their inspections properly, which may result in having the schedule or the inspection rescheduled. The engineering department reports that the PSE&G infrastructure modification project within Hillsborough Township along Route 206 will resume operations on Monday, February 15th, weather permitting. The project is estimated to run until July of 2021. As a reminder to residents, disturbed roadways will be rehabilitated by PSE&G once the project is complete. For additional information on the PSE&G project, please visit their website. This information was posted on our Facebook page and will be in the e-news. From Social Services, Hillsborough Education Association Pride Committee has a heart for the can. Through the years, Hillsborough Education Association Pride Committee has hosted the annual Have a Heart, quote, fill in the blank, project that seek to replenish high need items in our local food pantry. This year, the HEA was proud to see the generosity of their members had not only been maintained during the pandemic, but grown. On Friday, hundreds of donations were delivered to the Hillsborough Food Pantry, including hygiene products and cooking oil, which are often needed by local food banks. The items were accompanied by a $1,000 monetary donation from the members of the HEA to further our neighbors and the important work of our Township Social Services Department. From the Recreation Department, they want you to know that even though the temperature makes you think otherwise, recreation for our spring programs are open. Registration is open for co-ed soccer, spring soccer for boys and girls ages 3 through grade 12. All games are held on Saturdays at various soccer fields in town, with the older divisions at the Iron Peak fields. Sign up today to guarantee a spot in our leagues, as teams can hit max capacity before the registration deadline of March 19th. Registration for girls softball leagues now until the registration deadline of March 19th. No experience, no problem. Girls softball is open to all girls in kindergarten through 8th grade. It is time to dust off those cleats and get ready for some softball. Visit the Parks and Recreation website, hillsboroughNJrecreation.org, for more details on our soccer and softball programs. Volunteer coaches are needed for all age groups for both soccer and football. Oh, I'm sorry, softball. thinking still about the Super Bowl.
Football's over.
Sorry, I'm not gonna go there. Please consider volunteering your time to be a head or assistant coach. Make a difference, be a coach. From the Business Advocate, he asks for your support for our local businesses by liking and following the Hillsborough Business Association Facebook page, where you can stay up to date with the latest offerings from Hillsborough businesses, #HBA Strong. And last, the Credit Card Advisory Committee will be accepting grant applications beginning March 2nd for the first round of 2021.
I'm sorry, Committeewoman, it's tomorrow. It's going to begin February 10th.
February 10th,
Yeah.
okay. So the applications will begin tomorrow, February 10th, for the first round of the 2021 grants. Applications will be made available on the Township website, which is hillsborough-nj.org, or can be picked up in the administration office for any township-based nonprofit, senior or youth organizations to apply for grants up to $2,000, which are funded through the Hillsborough Rewards Credit Card Program. New this year, the application will be able to be completed online by attaching the quotes and submitting it electronically. Completed applications must be submitted to the administration office or electronically by Thursday, March 18th, 2021, to be considered for eligible grant funding. And that's it. Back to you.
Thank you. Committeeman Thompson, please.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things for me this evening. Recently, there has been an uptick in utility company scams taking place across the state of New Jersey. The following is a brief description of the current utility company scams and how to protect yourself. Customers will receive a call from a representative advising the customer that they have an overdue bill and payment needs to be made immediately to avoid service disconnection. As many people know, most companies have suspended service disconnects due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We will not disconnect service at this time. You should hang up on them immediately and call your actual service provider on utility bill. The caller will request that payments be made via prepaid gift cards through a third-party payment app or a MoneyGram transfer. Almost all utility companies will offer a different level of payment through their website or different way. Again, you should contact them directly. Scammers may show up at your residence or your place of business with fake identification and claim to be a collection representative. They will ask for personal information and demand immediate payment to avoid service disconnect. Your service company representatives will never ask for personal information, and most are not disconnecting, again, service during this pandemic. The best thing you can do is remember to be alert. Never give out your personal information over the phone unless you know it's a legitimate representative. Again, I say you should call your service connection provider. Never give out credit, debit card, or bank information. And if something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. So contact your utility companies. And if you do feel like you're a victim of a scam, please contact our police department. From fire safety, in case you missed it, fire safety is asking for your help with digging out all the fire hydrants. There's even a gift card at stake to one of our local businesses. You can dig out your fire hydrant, send in your fire hydrant picture to firesafety@hillsboroughfiredistrict.com and be entered into the drawing. Seconds matter, of course, when there's a fire. So making those cleaned out and making it easier for our firefighters to get to them as quick as possible is definitely helpful. From Sustainable Jersey, representatives announced that Hillsborough Township has once again met the rigorous requirements to achieve silver certification. The silver level means a municipality has made significant progress in a number of categories towards sustainability and is a statewide and national leader. Hillsborough Township is one of 55 towns, one of 3 in Somerset County, that have attained certification in 2020 and will be honored at the Sustainable Jersey Virtual Awards Luncheon on Thursday, March 11th. This year's achievement represents the following for Hillsborough Township. For the 6th year in a row, Hillsborough Township achieved the silver certificate, and for the 9th overall certificates in 11 years. 645 total points earned breaks Hillsborough's own personal record of 525 points set in 2019. 57 total actions breaks Hillsborough's own record for 46 actions completed in 2019. Actions accounted for 16 of 18 categories, breaking Hillsborough's own record for 15 last year. 2009-2020, the 9th Sustainable Jersey certificate in 11 years for Hillsborough. And 2009 to 2020, Hillsborough Township is the most certified town in Somerset County. And from 2009 to 2020, Hillsborough Township is the 2nd most certified in all of this Garden State. We want to thank the efforts of our business advocate and our sustainability director, David Coyce, for once again spearheading the submission along with the volunteers of the Sustainable Hillsborough Steering Committee, the employees here in the township, and all the municipal departments. We're extremely proud that municipal employees' involvement and expanding sustainable initiatives throughout the community as we continue to change the mindset to what sustainability really means. From a health department, it has also applied for the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection grant for radon kits distribution to residents. We expect to receive the kits in March or April. If you'd like a kit, please contact the Hillsborough Township Health Department at 908-369-5652. And I'm sure that'll also be going in the e-news as well. From our municipal alliance, Borough Safe, Hillsborough's community organization dedicated to mental health awareness and suicide prevention, will sponsor Hope for Tomorrow, its first virtual mental health fair on Wednesday, February 17th, 2020, from 6:30 to 8. The event organizers are thrilled with the outpouring of support from local mental health professionals and agencies that have offered to present workshops, as well as from local business owners that have donated gift cards, which will be used as prizes for trivia game during the evening. Although the past two Hope for Tomorrow events were held in person at health fairs, created and sponsored by the staff at Woodford Elementary School, this year's Borough Safe is optimistic that a virtual format will safely deliver a wealth of much needed information to families on many aspects of wellness during this extremely stressful period. You can again see the e-news and our website calendar for more information on everything I mentioned. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman Thompson and Deputy Mayor Doak.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to comment on a couple of swearing-ins that I was able to do back at the end of January. We missed the last meeting, didn't get a chance to mention them. So we have the Hillsborough Youth Services Commission, and Tim Wolf is the chairman once again on that commission. And for the Environmental Commission, we have Deb Boyer is the chairperson. That's a mayoral appointment, so she appreciates that. And also Michael Foley is the vice chair there. So all those commissions do really good work, and we appreciate all the volunteer efforts from those that help us out with our boards and commissions. So I just wanted to recognize the swearing in that I was able to do for those two events. A couple of other items from the finance department here. Property owners are reminded that the grace period for first quarter 2021 taxes will end tomorrow. That's February the 10th. Any payments made after that date will incur interest. So please be reminded that tomorrow is the last day for that grace period. Also reminded that the last day to license your dog for 2021 is March the 1st. Your pet's rabies vaccination must be valid through October of this year in order to renew the license. And a reminder that checks can be made payable. Check payments can be made via Dropbox at the back of the entrance near the police headquarters. So if you want to drop off your application and your fee for the license, that can be done at the police headquarters entrance. Excuse me. Regarding our courts, if you are cited for using your phone while driving, that typically requires a court appearance. However, during COVID-19, excuse me, you may plead guilty via form by mail with allowing you to virtually appear for court. Please call the court if you'd like to undertake this option. However, as always, if you feel you are not guilty of the ticket, you will need to contact the court to schedule a virtual trial with the officer for your ticket. And finally, from the tax assessor's office, the annual assessment postcards will be mailed a bit later than usual this year. We try to get the postcards out. That's the little card that identifies your the amount of taxes that you paid for the prior year, as well as the assessed value of the home. We try to get those out usually the second or third week of February. We would expect that they will be out and received by all our residents the second or third week of March. So just recognize it's going to be a bit later than we normally try to get those out, but you should have it by mid-March. That's all from me, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Okay, so just a few things to go over today. So first off, I'd like to thank the fourth grade of the HES for the invitation, along with some of the other township officials for the opportunity to be part of Hillsborough's local government discussion and how we interact with other parts of local government. It's always fun to go back to the classroom, even virtually, to be with our students. But I will have to say, the kids are pretty good with the Zoom thing, with the clicking in and clicking out. They were much better than I was. I was always behind. So they're definitely, as a fourth grade, they are technologically more savvy than this dinosaur. And thanks to Ms. Muldoon for the invitation. The Hillsborough, from the COVID vaccine update, the Hillsborough Health Department is encouraging residents to register for the COVID-19 vaccination. When the vaccine becomes available, and you are in one of the eligible groups to get the vaccine, you will receive an email from the state. If you don't have a computer, you can call this local hotline number to speak with a person who will help you register. And that number is 908-231-7155. That is 908-231-7155. The register link is on the COVID-19 page of the Hillsborough Township website, and you can get to that website via https://covid19.nj.gov/pages/vaccine. I'll read that one more time. covid19.nj.gov/pages/vaccine. From the Public Works Department, we'd like to thank all our DPW staff for a great job clearing, not just one big storm, but subsequent storms right after that. So I know that when I've been in that business, when you're tired and you're up for 30 hours and coffee's just not cutting it. But I'd like to thank them for the countless hours behind the plows, keeping the township roads safe during the most recent storms. Like I said, according to the National Weather Service, however, we are in a polar vortex. So our snowman competition might continue for the summer for a while, Mateo, so stay tuned. We can anticipate additional snow coverage over the next couple of weeks. Just as a point of reference, and I was talking to Rich Resvey, our DPW, about trying to put this together. Here's a fun fact. The average salt truck saw over 400 miles of travel for the first storm. That's one truck, over 400 hours. That's how big and how many expansive our township and our roads are to keep clean. So multiply that times 10 or 15 trucks. There's a lot of miles logged in to clear our roads. So thank you for the DPW. And here's a short video that our plow truck did last week as a vantage point.
Mountain highs, fade off to the distance, like no stars in the sky. Black smoke and white lines, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's all way to line. With the last of the cannonballs, it's slowing down the breeze. We're gonna chase the change. One day down, one day. We're the last of the angels running through our brains, action moving roads, we're going fast right. Surrounded by our heroes, thoughts shadow of the moon. Keep this country rolling, we'll leave the crown one to do. We're the last of the cowboys, it's slowing down the breeze, we're gonna catch the change. One day, cowboy,
So if you ever want to know what it's like to be in a truck in the middle of the night, that was it. Thank you again to our team for a great job and for your dedication and working, even have to go out the day of a Super Bowl and plow snow and when everybody else is home. I'd like to again congrats Hillsborough on our silver certification for sustainable. Hillsborough has been at the forefront of sustainability, as Mr. Thompson stated, since 2006, with notable projects in the area of energy, economic development, green infrastructure, and environmental and habitat conservation. Hillsborough is the most sustainable Jersey certified town in Somerset County and the second most certified town in New Jersey. We are very proud of our participation in Sustainable Jersey and our ever expanding sustainable initiatives throughout the community. Thank you again to our Sustainable Director, David Coyce, for his passion and the participation of the municipal employees who contribute to this success. As we mentioned last meeting, this is our 250th anniversary. So planning is well underway for the 250th community celebration of Hillsborough Township. Save the date, June 26th. Hopefully, we can get together to celebrate Hillsborough. So be sure to check the weekly e-news and the Township's Facebook page for updates. More information will be posted soon. As always, you can stay connected with all the events and more via the Wednesday E's newsletter, the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page and Twitter, TV 29 and the Hillsborough YouTube channels showcase our meetings and the Hillsborough The Good Life episodes and Hillsborough alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. So now we're going to move on to some proclamations, and then we're going to read them all, and then we'll do some pictures at the end. So our first that we have for today is the Black History Month. During Black History Month, we celebrate the many achievements and vast contributions of African Americans to economic, spiritual, political, and cultural development of both our nation and our community. The 2021 theme is the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity, and explores the rich tapestry and complexity of the African American life and its meaning through history. Hillsborough Township continues to work toward becoming a more inclusive community wherein all people are respected and recognized for their contributions and potential contributions to our community, state, country, and world. Hillsborough Township is proud to honor the history and contributions of African Americans in our community. So now, therefore, let it be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize February as Black History Month and urge all residents to recognize the contributions made by members of the African American community and to actively promote the principles of equity and liberty. Equality and liberty. National Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. National Teen Violence Awareness and Prevention Month started in 2016 as an initiative created by President Barack Obama. Dating violence may include physical force, such as hitting or shoving, emotional abuse, such as constant monitoring or sexual assault. Teens are easily influenced by early relationships, and the example set by those relationships can have a lasting impact on their lives. Violent dating relationships can lead to depression, anxiety, drug and alcohol abuse, and thoughts of suicide. Approximately 1 in 10 teenagers report being physically or sexually victimized by a dating partner, while many other victims do not report it at all. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby declare February as National Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, and encourage all Hillsborough residents to join the campaign and become concerned about the violence that occurs every day to our country's teens in a hope of reaching a day where no young person knows the pain caused by dating violence. In honor of this recognition, on February 11th, there will be a virtual discussion on the warning signs of an unhealthy relationship. See the e-news tomorrow and the Township website for more information. Woodford Elementary School, 3rd grader Owen Bacanisi was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in 2018, as now requires frequent hospital visits. While receiving treatment at Bristol Myers Squibb Children's Hospital in New Brunswick, Owen became aware that toys and games would only be given out for one-time use due to COVID, and supplies were very low. In December 2020, Owen created an Amazon wish list of toys and art supplies that he shared with friends and family. Owen received over $2,500 worth of toys, games, and crafts that were given to the children that are inpatient as well as in the emergency room. In the midst of his battle with Crohn's disease, Owen has demonstrated interest in helping others and has made an impactful, positive difference in many children's hospital experience. I met this young man before the meeting, and he is a great little boy with a big heart, and I'm proud to have met you. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby commend Owen Bacanisi for his compassion, generosity, and courage. Good job, Owen. We also have some other youth to recognize today for exceptional work in school. So we're recognizing today Hillsborough U.S. Presidential Scholar candidates. Hillsborough High School students, and I'm going to apologize because I'm going to do the best with names here. Yosef Abdi Hamlim, Nipun Bonner G, Cindy Dang, Emily Pan, and Ryan Pearson, and Neha Saxena have all been nominated for the U.S. Presidential Scholar Program. The scholars are selected on the basis of superior academic and artistic achievements, leadership qualities, strong character and involvement in the community and school activities from nearly 3.6 million students expected to graduate in 2021. Yosef is a member of the National Honor, Art Honor, and French Honor Societies. He is a Questbridge National College Match finalist, president and founder of Health All, and volunteers for several organizations, including the Yemen Crisis Virtual House Party and the Silver Hawk Home for Healthcare Center. Nipun is a National Merit semifinalist and is a member of the National Honor and Spanish Honor Society. He is a member of the Hillsborough High School robotics team and the Science Olympiad team and fundraiser who raised over $2,000 for an Indian orphanage. Cindy is a member of the French Honor Society and has achieved the French Seal of Biliteracy. She is a three-time U.S. figure skating gold medalist and a member of the Hillsborough High School math team, Science Olympiad, and a pit band pianist for the theater productions. Cindy volunteers as an ice skating instructor for the Special Olympics and plays in the annual musical performances for seniors and veterans in living centers. Emily is a National Merit semifinalist and a National AP Scholar and a member of the Spanish Honor Society. She achieved second place at the Mid-Atlantic Regionals Chemimagination competition and is a varsity captain of the Hillsborough High School girls tennis team. Emily volunteers at Hunter Healthcare Hospital as a tutor. Ryan is a member of the National Honor and Spanish Honor Societies. She is a member of the Hillsborough High School debate team and is a peer mentor. Ryan volunteers at Robert Wood Johnson University and as a tutor. Neha is a member of the National Honor and French Honor Societies. He develops an iOS app for Alzheimer's residents at Brookdale Hillsborough Senior Living Center and is a member of the Hillsborough High School robotics team and jazz ensemble. Neha volunteers at the Brookdale Senior Living Center as a tutor. Now, therefore, let it be proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize Yosef Alberdihim, Nipun Banjari, Cindy Dang, Emily Pan, Ryan Pearson, and Nihal Saxena for the nomination to the U.S. Presidential Scholars Program. High school with all this. You guys are great, really. You guys are outstanding, and I commend you for all that you do for your community, and wish you all the best success in the future. Now we have another contest that was mentioned, the Best in Snow Snowman Contest. Last week during the winter storm Orlena, the Parks and Recreation Department came up with a contest to make the storm a bit more fun. Thank you to all the residents for getting outside and taking part in the Best in Snow Snowman Contest. There were over 30 entries, and they were all great. Not only were there traditional snowmen and groups of snowmen, there was also a 9-foot tall snowman, a patriotic snowman, as well as some very creative sculptures, including a dog, a horse, Olaf, a polar bear, an igloo, and a fishing snowman, excuse me, with his big catch. Coming in second place with a combined total of 99 votes was Riley, age 2, and her uncle Dale with the fishing snowman and his big catch. And our first place entry is here with us today, Mateo, age 9, and Freezy, the snowman, with 112 votes. Congratulations to our first and second place winners, and thank you for participating. At this time, we'll club some individuals to receive their proclamations, and we'll take pictures. And then after that, you're more than welcome to leave. You don't need to hear the rest of our meeting, especially if you have homework to do, like some of you probably have.
They did their homework.
They probably did it already. You want to stay here? Okay, you can. So, Owen? So the proclamation basically. So the proclamation. Whereas Woodford Elementary School, I don't have to read it. I guess this is what I read already once. So, Owen, hold this. Like I said, you're an amazing young man. Thank you for your thoughtfulness for your other fellow patients. And I look forward to seeing you again anytime you want to come to the mayor's office and swing the gavel, okay? And I'd like to hand over to your teacher who brought you up for this.
Thank you. So as you guys know, with all the hard work that COVID has brought us this past school year, being a student is hard enough. Owen makes his meets. He's at every meet. He does all his work. He's so curious, always asking me when we're going to learn different new things and what different things mean. And he's such a pleasure to have in class, such a great kid. And then I found out back in December that he was running a toy drive for his fellow patients. He blew me away. He is such an amazing kid, and I can't wait to see what the rest of his future brings.
Perfect. Thank you, Owen. All right, so we'll first have Yosef come up and receive his proclamation.
I'd like to thank my parents for helping me. I'd like to thank my parents for helping me and always being there for me. I wouldn't be here today without them. Thank you so much.
Parents would like to come up too? Listen, this is the best part about being a parent, right? You went through all the dragging part. You had good stuff. Congratulations. Nipun?
I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for always supporting me in everything I do, and it's because of you that I'm able to be here today.
All right, thank you. Cindy?
I'd like to thank all my parents, coaches, and friends for everything they've done, and also Hillsborough Township Committee for holding this.
Congratulations. So Cindy, how long ago did you start skating? Since you were 8. Pretty good. Your ankles look pretty good. Why can't do it? Emily?
Thank my friends and my family and my teachers who always supported me and allowed me to pursue my goals. I'd also like to thank the committee for holding this. Okay, I'd like to thank my friends, family, and my teachers for supporting me and allowing me to pursue my goals. And I also like to thank Hillsborough Township Committee for holding this event.
Ryan? No drill. Right close to the mouth. Go ahead.
I'd like to thank my parents and my grandparents and all my friends. Words can't say how grateful I am for all your constant love and support.
And Bob? Good. Congratulations. Neha?
Sure. I'd love to thank my parents who have been my first teachers and will continue teaching me every single day and every chance they get. And although they couldn't be here tonight, my younger sisters who are and always will be my #1 fans, my biggest supporters.
Anybody else want to come up and take a picture with you? So we have a proclamation. No, not that one. Not that one. So that's it. There's nothing else. Oh, I tell you, you think I forget you. Let's see. Both of them. So Mateo, our first prize winner. There you go. Mom and Dad, you want to come up?
It's okay.
Good job, buddy. We have our second place, Riley. We're gonna have Riley come visit us up front here. Oh, come on. You got about 3 more years of that, and then it's all over. Take it from one who has a daughter, right there we go.
Very nice.
Awesome. Hi, Riley. Nice job. Turn around, look at the camera, get a picture, okay? No, shy. Where's the bunny? We'll get a quick 5-minute break. If you'd like to leave, please go ahead, and then we'll resume the meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. All see those okay. All right. Great, guys. That was fun. Thank you to all those who participated in the events, plus congratulations to all our merit students and that. All right, so at this point, there's no new business. We'll now go to any public comment that are matters not on today's agenda. If you'd like to make a comment, please raise your hand because there's nobody in the room to look at. So if on Zoom, and then we will recognize you. I see Susan Gulliford. You want to, do I click that, Fred, or do you? Yeah, I got it. All right. Okay, please state your name for the record and go on.
Susan, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, Susan, go ahead.
Okay, something happened and it disconnected. I wanted, first of all, the next DPW video should have Born to Be Wild as their background music. I did want to ask a question about something you announced at the last meeting, the Board of Fire Commissioners election, not being held this month, but included in the November general election. I went around to their minutes a little bit. I didn't spot information. I didn't see a press release, or information in the newsletter. You said to check with the Bureau of Fire Safety, but I was wondering, how would this affect the budget and the current commissioner's length of service? And I assume that at some point, Hillsborough Township sends them funds, whatever the township contribution is. How is, can you give us a little more information on that?
To be honest with you, I'll be honest, I don't know the exact answer to that. Pam, do you have any information as to how that would happen?
Sure. Late last fall, I received a letter from Chief Fire Marshal on behalf of the fire commissioners that they had opted to have their election as part of the general election. So it's just their terms are extended from whatever would have been expiring in February through till the end of the year. As long as they stay within the 2% cap, I believe, then their budget does, it's similar to how the school board is now. So as long as they stay under the 2% cap, I believe that there is not a vote on the budget. And I leave it up to the fire commissioners to, further explain it to the residents, but I can certainly work with them on that as well.
If you want, Susan, I'll make sure we get the exact answer to you and we'll email that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Please raise your hand. All right, seeing none. We will move on to we don't have any ordinances to introduce nor any public hearings, so we'll move on to the consent agenda. Does anyone wish to take any of these resolutions separately? Seeing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mayor, sorry, I just wanted to make.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to
Anthony
take a separate,
Farrar.
I just wanted to comment on one.
Okay, I apologize.
That would be resolution number 3, hiring of Mr. Mark McLean as part-time information technology assistant to the police department. Just want to welcome him aboard. He wanted to be here tonight. He couldn't get a prior engagement. But this is another part of our program where we're bringing in college students. He's a sophomore at Rutgers for computer science. And typically we bring the students on for a few years and then they move on. So we're happy to add them to the PD. And for anybody's listening, we also have another part-time IT position open too. So we can apply through the website as well. But just wanted to welcome him aboard part-time. Thank you.
Thank you. So we had, I think we had a first, right?
No, I don't have anything.
We have a motion.
I will make the motion.
And we have a second.
Second.
Any comments from the dais?
Mayor, I just wanted to note the reappointment of Judge Sedeo. Our court system is, we do the shared court with both Montgomery and Manville, and we're consistently recognized as a premier court in the vicinage, and a lot of that is the result of our employee group here, as well as how well the judge runs the court. So we're happy to include him as a reappointment.
Thank you. Anyone else? I do see some comments from the public, so we will promote Susan again first. Please unmute yourself, Susan, and obviously state your name again and go ahead.
Susan Gulliford, Hunt Club Road. I have a question on consent number 5. On the money, the extra monies that were needed because of all the snow we had this year. With the recent mild winters, was money held aside providing the 210,000 or the funds coming from another source? Thank you.
So the monies cannot be held over from a budgetary standpoint. They need to be put back and then reallocated. So therefore, we budget what we normally have. But obviously this snowstorm and the subsequent snowstorms are way over what our norm is. So we need to allocate additional funds on the temporary budget to cover those costs so we can keep the business rolling, so to speak.
Yeah, Mayor, I believe, in the first 30 days, we adopted a temporary budget until we do the regular budget. And the CFO obviously didn't consider a storm of this magnitude in adopting that temporary budget. So therefore, this emergency appropriation will be so we can pay, obviously, the DPW staff who put in overtime and any kind of contractors for the extensive snow removal that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
And I think we've always gone on a 3-year average, right? We take the last 3 years as our average, what we spend, and use that as the number that we try to put into the budget for the next year. And obviously the last 3 years we had very little snow. So.
And this will be accounted for when you finally adopt your budget. It'll be in there. It'll be accounted for when you finally adopt your budget.
Anything else, Susan?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Sean, please promote Sean, and please unmute yourself, Sean. State your name and address for the record, please.
Yeah, sure. Sean Mesereau at Brookhaven Loss, Shell Court.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not sure if this is the appropriate meeting or time of the meeting, but I just noticed on Route 206 there were a lot of like, I know the bypass is going to be done pretty soon, but my question is more about, it looks like they plan on widening it at all, like between Brookhaven and like the Five Guys. I see some fencing on both sides. Like it looks like uh, maybe they collect dirt and stuff and debris from construction. I just was wondering if they're gonna widen the shoulder, put in some sidewalks. I Googled it, I couldn't find anything besides just the bypass being completed soon. So I just was
Okay,
wondering about that.
so you have the bypass that you know of, and then there's the next phase, which is the widening of 206, which would be to continue the 4 lanes from where the bypass ends at Doctor's Way now. And that will bring the 4 lanes up through Brown, just south of the bridge at the train track. So which is just north of you of where you are. So what you are seeing is the preparation for that second phase of the widening of 206 is what they're doing. You see the public service is putting in gas pipe, and Concus is preparing the silt fence for the disturbance of the soil in the widening.
And the widening, is that like another lane? Is it a sidewalk? Is it a shoulder?
It'll be 4 lanes with
Oh, wow.
with a median in between. So it'll be a limited turn. So that's why you see the different turnarounds and jug handles that are being installed. So
Awesome.
eventually, so when you're coming out of your facility at Brookhaven, you will only be able to make well, there's a light there now. I'm not sure how that's going to change. If you'll be able to actually make a left there, you may actually have to make a right and then to go to jug handle to go south on 206.
Gotcha. And do you know if they plan on putting in a sidewalk along either side, like to walk, the Coles Air or Planet Fitness and whatnot?
Pretty sure.
I believe there's a sidewalk on one, at least on one side. If you email me, I will find the answer and get back to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling, Sean. Anyone else? Seeing none. So I will take a roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson,
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor,
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. We are on the claims list. I may have a motion to approve claims list 2021-03.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson,
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor,
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. That concludes our regular meeting. It is 8:25. We do have an executive session this evening. Ms. Bork, please read the executive session resolution.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Committee is of the opinion that such circumstances exist. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough and the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey as follows. The public shall be excluded from discussion of the hereinafter specified subject matters. The general nature of the subject matters to be discussed is as follows. Litigation, Rang versus Hillsborough. Number 3, the Township Committee may take official action on those items discussed in the executive session upon the completion of the executive session. Number 4, those minutes of the discussions shall be made available to the public as soon as the matters under discussion are no longer of a confidential or sensitive nature. And number 5, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
And Mayor, if I may, because I know our technology staff wants to know, and the public might want to know, there will be no action taken. This is just an update of a very recent piece of litigation that was filed against the township. And I'm just going to tell the Township Committee what it's about. But other than that, there'll be no action taken and we can close the meeting.
So may I have a motion for adjournment?
Well, for executives, we're going in executive session.
Motion, I'm sorry, for
Yeah.
executive session.
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
A second.
All right. Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Okay, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson,
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor,
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. So we are adjourned to go to executive session 8:27.